right, I have 10 minutes to do my makeup before I have to leave for my dentist appointment. Let's see if I can do it. We're gonna start with the Misha BB cream in the shade 23. I'm gonna squirt a pump onto my finger and apply over the face. And I'm just going to blend that in with my fingers because that's the fastest way to do it, and I'm in a rush. Okay, next I'm going to use concealer. I've been enjoying the Undone Conceal to Reveal concealer palette. And so I'm just going to go into the highest coverage at the bottom. It goes highest to lowest. And put some of that in the eye area. Really important to brighten up that eye area to keep us looking young and refreshed and vibrant. All right, and then I'm going to grab a beauty sponge. I'm going to spritz it with setting spray. And then I'm going to use the pointy end and dip it into, I'm going to mix together the two lighter coverage products and just kind of tap on where I feel I need a little bit of extra coverage. Right, we don't need to be too exact with this. Quick, easy. Okay. Next, I'm going to continue with my sponge. I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Butter Biscuit bronzer. I'm going to dip my sponge into that and bronze up the cheek a bit. I'm kind of going right under and on my cheekbone. Then I'm also going to put some onto the forehead, a little bit on the nose, and we'll also do a bit under the face. Okay. And pull it onto the ears too. Next, blush. I'm continuing with Fenty Cream products, and I'm going to use Daiquiri Dip. So this is the Fenty Cream Blush and Daiquiri Dip. Going to keep with my sponge, so I got some on the sponge, and then I'm going to apply to the cheekies. Okay. So, blush on. I hate when you go to the dentist, I feel like your makeup has to be kind of good because they're like right up in your face, but at the same time, you can't do much on the lips. So I'm definitely going to keep the lips super simple today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use a loose powder under the eye. This one is from Stellar. It's their Cosmic Haze powder that they do not make anymore, but the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder would be a great alternative, and also it's way cheaper. Now I'm going to go into my Too Faced Peach Perfect Loose Powder, and I'm going to apply to my T-zone anywhere that I tend to get shiny throughout the day. Okay. Ugh, I'm hot. Gotta take this off. Whew, losing precious time though. Better do that fast. All right. I'm going to, oh, you know what? I want to grab a blush that's not sitting here. I want to use this one. This is the Cover FX blush duo in the shade Pink Dahlia. And I'm going to go into the shimmer side only and just apply that high up on the cheek. Pink it up. Pink it up. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Kaleidos Star Surfer highlighter. I'm using the Persona Cosmetics double-ended brush here. One side for blush and the other for highlighter. All right, so applying to the high points of the face, the cupid's bow. And then just going back over with the larger brush to blend. And I'm going to grab my powder brush again and just make sure. Get it all powder. Sometimes I get a little shiny there and I don't like it. Okay. Next, going into my Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette, using my BK Beauty 107 and putting some contour on underneath of the cheekbone. Remember, contour and bronzer are different. You do not need to use both, you know, but I like to. But contour is really meant to define the face, and bronzer is meant to warm it up. All right, so dipping into the center color for the nose contour. Just applying a gentle nose contour. And what that does is I'm not trying to change the shape of my nose. I just don't want it to get lost. I don't want my face to look flat. So that's why I like to contour the sides of my nose when I have time, which I might not. We'll see if that puts me over the edge. Let's see. Okay, eye time. I'm going to use some of my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer, just squirting a tiny bit onto my finger. It's always too much. You need hardly any. All right, so put a little bit on each eye. And I have too much on my finger, wiping that off. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that in. Getting fancy doing two eyes at once to save time. And I've decided today I'm gonna use the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette because I've been using the Flower Punk palette all week. You can check out my videos for 8 days of looks with the Flower Punk collection. But Kaleidos also makes this palette, which is one of my favorites, and it's really great for neutral looks because it's got these neutral colors down here and then these super fun duochromes. So I'm gonna start by going into the shade Bossa Nova, which is just this kind of neutral, light brownish color. All right, just making sure I don't have any lines. And I'm going to apply that with this large, fluffy, tapered brush through the crease of the eye. As there's less product on the brush, just slowly blend outwards. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that underneath the eye, just in the outer corner as well. Same thing on the other side. Taking it through that crease. And then as there's less product on the brush, pulling it upward a bit, and then also getting underneath, just on the outer half or the outer corner. Okay. Next, I'm going to deepen the outer corner even further. I'm going to go into this darker brown color, and I'm going to grab a smaller brush. So this is my BK Beauty 207. I'm going to grab that color with the brush and apply it to the outer corner of the eye. Same thing on the other eye. And I like to just place it with that smaller brush. And then I'm going to go back to my bigger brush I was using before, which is the BK Beauty 202, and just blend that darker shade out. Okay, now how to pick which duochrome to do today. What should we wear? I think I'm gonna go into Space Oasis. So this one. Okay. So I'm going to grab that on my ring finger and just tap it onto the lid. All right, and I'm not going all the way to the outer corner, but I want to get the rest of the lid. All right, and on this side too. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the highlighter color that I used. I'm going to grab it with my pinky finger and just press a little bit of that highlight into the inner corners of the eyes. Oh, I'm already over 10 minutes. Uh-oh. Okay, we might need to make it 15. I think I could have 15 minutes to get ready. Okay, and then I'm also going to dip my ring finger into that color and apply that just to the center of the lid to brighten that color even further. Okay. Next, I'm going to grab a pencil brush. This is the Rephr 03. And I'm going to go back into that deep brown color. And I'm going to line the eye. So just pressing it against the lash line. Just giving that definition. Always line with a shadow when I'm in a rush. Well, not always. I usually do. When I'm in a rush, I like to line with shadow because I'm less likely to make a mistake. It's more forgiving. Pencil liners are easier than gel or liquid liners as well. So those can be good for a quick look as well. Okay. Are we good? I gotta turn the light up on my mirror. Oh, bright. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab the first color I used, so that lighter brown color, and just go underneath the eye with that. Again, just adding some definition. All right, and I'm gonna grab that beauty sponge and just kind of soften the edge real quick. Make sure there's no harsh lines. All right, I'm also gonna soften the edge up top with my sponge. Okay, brows, 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 brows. Let's quickly do a sweep through with my e.l.f. Wow Brow. I know some people need to spend more time on their brows. I like to do this, and then that's it. All right, I think I'm going to use brown mascara. So I'm going to use my Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions in the shade Crystal today. And I'm going to go carefully and slowly applying this. Gotta make the lashes. I don't know why you have to make it or say it like that, but you know, that's what you have to do. If you want to achieve this look, that's what you gotta do. Tell me about what funny faces you make when you're applying makeup. All right, other eye. Brushing through the top lashes. Then we gotta make the lash first and do the bottom. Lash first. Trying to be careful because I don't have time to clean up any messes. So I'm working a little bit more slowly so that I can be done faster. Okay. Next is lips. I don't want to do anything too much on the lips because I'm going to the dentist. I have a cavity. So I'm going to use the Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay in the shade Adobe, which I wore yesterday, and I loved it. I think it'll last through my dentist appointment.
It did. Not only did that lip clay hold up, but my gloss still looks good too. And I ate since my dentist appointment.
And so I'm just applying that to the center of the lid and then moving outwards towards the edge. And then I'm going to soften with a finger. Okay, so softening with a finger, just going over it and softening the edges. All right, and then I'm going to apply a gloss on top. I'm going to use my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. There we go. Glossy and gorgeous. All right, then I'm going to do double spritz. One spritz. Two spritz. Beauty sponge attack. And that is the completed look. 16.5 minutes, almost 17 minutes. Still pretty good. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Have a great one. Bye.